What is the harshest truth you've ever learned? I used to think my big brother Jason was perfect. Like seriously, this guy was everything I wanted to be. Smart, funny, good looking, never got in trouble. Mom always lit up when he walked in the room. And me, I was just his awkward little sister who couldn't do anything right. Jason worked at this local gym called Flex Zone as a personal trainer. He lived at home to help with bills, which made Mom practically worship him. She'd brag to anyone who'd listen about how responsible and caring he was. I bought into it completely. One night, Mom was pulling a double shift at the hospital and Jason was out with friends. I was bored out of my mind, so I grabbed his iPad to play some games. He never locked the thing, which should have been my first red flag. I was scrolling through looking for games when I saw this weird folder buried under a bunch of other apps. It was just called Work Stuff. I figured it was boring gym videos or something, but I clicked on it anyway. The first video looked normal at first, just the women's locker room at his gym. Then I realized the angle was wrong, like really wrong. It was filmed from inside a vent or something, pointing down at the changing area. My stomach dropped. I clicked on another one. Same thing, different angle. Girls changing, showering, completely unaware they were being recorded. Then I saw one that made me want to throw up. It was my best friend Megan's mom. She went to that gym. I recognized her immediately. I slammed the iPad shut and just sat there shaking. Part of me wanted to believe there was some explanation, like maybe someone else put those videos there. But deep down, I knew. For 2 days, I couldn't even look at Jason. He kept asking if I was okay, acting all concerned and brotherly. It made my skin crawl. Then I found another video. This one was different. It showed a girl who looked maybe 16, crying in what looked like Jason's car. You could hear his voice in the background laughing. Actual laughing while this girl was sobbing. That's when I broke. I waited until Mom got home from work and told her everything. I even showed her the videos on his iPad. She stared at me for a long time, then said the words that still hurt. "You've always been jealous of Jason." I got grounded for 2 weeks for snooping through his private things. Jason told Mom I was going through some weird phase where I was trying to get attention by making up stories. He said I needed therapy. For weeks, I felt like I was losing my mind. Everyone acted like I was the problem. But I wasn't stupid. I took screenshots of everything before Jason could delete them. I even emailed copies to myself from the school computer. 3 weeks later, Jason threw a party while Mom worked another double. I stayed locked in my room, but around midnight, I heard crying in the hallway. I opened my door and saw this girl who couldn't have been older than 16. Mascara was streaming down her face, and she looked completely out of it. She stumbled toward the front door, and I followed her outside. "Are you okay?" I asked. She just kept crying and shaking her head. I can't tell anyone. He said no one would believe me. That's when I knew I had to do something, even if no one believed me either. The next morning, I used the school computer to send anonymous emails to the police and the gym's corporate office. I attached the screenshots I'd saved. Within 3 days, Jason was suspended from the gym. A week later, 2 police officers showed up at our door. They found hidden cameras in the women's locker rooms. The videos matched Jason's IP address perfectly. Turns out he'd been doing this for over a year. Mom had a complete breakdown. But even then, even with all the evidence, she blamed me for ruining our family. Kids at school started whispering. Some called me a liar who was jealous of her perfect brother. Others said I was a snitch who destroyed my own family for attention. But that girl from the party, she came forward during the trial. Turned out she wasn't the only one. Jason got 12 years. Mom couldn't handle having me around anymore, so I moved in with my aunt across town.